Perfect timing. Hi, y'all. Welcome. This isn't a very good photo to start with. Hi, everybody. What's wrong with Long Gone? Hi, guys. Welcome in. Wow. So, welcome to WCIA Network. It's going to be an interesting
Welcome.
one. I hate when I do that. Cream soda time. You heard me open it up, right? This time I have Waterloo Sparkling Water Black Cherry. It's actually really yummy. I always need something for my throat because it goes dry. I wish I had a cream soda. Okay. Judy and Muffin Top. Is Donna in here today? Judy and Muffin Top. My great mods. And Donna, if you come on in, this might shake a little bit of feathers today. Hi, my subscribers. Welcome. NW Love, how you doing? A1 Way Street. Those are my members and all my subscribers in here. Nancy Hopkins, member. Great way to support my channel. So, from Andrew Hilt to Ben Hill Road is what we're talking about today. Andrew Hilt to Ben Hill Road. I don't know why I put this up. Let me put the good shit up. The reason I selected this stuff, first of all, before we continue, everything I do and say falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Everyone knows that this channel is all for Summer Moonwell's missing children. It's here to bring justice by telling their story through channeling and through photos. Purple sneakers. That's what I do here. I put shit up and tell you a story about it. Is it true? Maybe, maybe not. It's for entertainment purposes, and I'm telling story through photos for you guys. It seems to really work for me. I help you guys. Sorry. I'll only put that in my mouth and nothing else. Other than my pop. Or my sparkling water. So, the reason I selected Andrew Hilt to start with is only because of the elements that he shows with his new Benny. Who's this guy? Bones. Who's this guy freaking Bones? Thank you, NW Love, for that super chat right up front. Awesome. I love it. Great way to support the channel. Who is this guy? Did he take the place of Benny over at it's so sweet. Over at Long Gone, as she comes in her, I remember when Muffin Top, she was asking about she made a really good donation and wasn't sure if it went through. It did not go through. So she wanted to know that, so you could just let her know if you see her come in. She may be curious. Anyways, I think this is like the new Benny that shows information. So I selected Andrew because, I'm like, I'm going to go see what's going on over there. Oh, he's so ugly. I'd much rather look at Benny than this guy, right? Thank you, NW Love. He has all the elements on him, and I'm going to say trigger warning, because the photos I'm going to show you are pretty nasty. But you've seen nasty here. If they could put it up on YouTube and be okay with it, I could put it up on YouTube for the sake of the missing children, right? To help them, right? Here is your first photo. This first photo, I don't know, what do I want to say? Sets the tone. Sets the tone. The information that Plunder shows in her background with all those faces and dark faces and so forth kind of are the same thing that Andrew is doing, knowing or not knowingly. I don't give a shit. But much clearer. It's much clearer. The information I'm going to show you from Andrew is going to start with the next page, but I did want to show you guys something very interesting. Do you remember when I said this dude has the machinery in the background? It was, let me grab one of his photos. One of the photos that I put in the trash. Let's see. This is the guy that's running around, you know, acting like he's juggling fire. This dude. Now, as soon as I looked at his stuff, I'm like, well, I see a lot of information that actually shows sacrificial information. Now, I don't know. I don't follow anything he does. I don't really care. Other than the one photo I put up was this one. I'm like, that's the machinery. This is like it looks like a radio kind of a thing or whatever, but it's not. This is the closest I could explain it. Kielyrodni was sitting in the room, and I said she's sitting in the room with the equipment. And the equipment that she was sitting in the room with was more of electronics. And I didn't get much traction on it, you know. I wanted people to see and understand that it's not normal to have someone her age with earrings on and having metal hangers coming out of her earrings. This is the machinery. She's in a room. She's in a room that is slanted. It goes down in the back. She's in this room. And the equipment, to me, speaks what this guy was showing. And I really needed to show it. Because this room that they're showing Kylie in was more important than anyone could possibly imagine. It was completely like put to the side. Completely put to the side, and no one looked at it again. All the way down to this, which I'm showing you today. That maroon in the middle of that, like a plasticky thing. This is in my presentation today. So they put everything right in front of you. Everything. But the problem is no one wants to look. No one wants to look. There is no difference from this plastic thing with whatever's running through it than this thing that's on this guy. There's no difference. It's all the same element. But for some reason, the authorities don't want to match everything up. I've matched it up for them. It's matched up. There's a lot in here. And this is Kylie. Look at her arm, bruised up. So the information that I'm showing has never changed. It has been connected to every case that I have shown. Kielyrodni's is so clear, but yet no one wants to look at it. Except for my people here, right? Let me show you how this is the same equipment. The equipment to the left, those bands are for the head. Why? How do I know that? I've seen it on Don Wells. Here. On Kylie's head, she's got that little V on there, which matches the bands that are showing on this guy's equipment. There's no machine that plays whatever they're doing over here. Copy. Actually, let me turn it to so at least it matches direction up. Okay. This here, these are the bands that you see Don Wells always wearing. These are the bands. These are them. This goes on her head. You're looking at the equipment that matches what's going on here, you guys. I can't tell you anything about this guy. All I know is it tells the story, right? This guy is telling the story through the equipment. But for some crazy reason, no one wants to look at it. This is what Don puts on his head as a headband. There's the number 5 on the bottom. Blah, blah, blah. I don't know what that is. But this is it. Kielyrodni did not get what she deserved, the justice that she needed, for people to help stop what's going on here, to recognize that the photos are put right in front of our faces. It's a joke. It's a joke. Andrew Hilt, trigger warning. Andrew Hilt has a new has a new bitch. That's what I say. He has a new one. And I sent everything in just in case they want to do something. And of course, I'm not calling him out, because we know that faces are deep faked and faces are covered up and their other faces are put on top of them. Correct? Correct. But what is not deep faked are the elements that go on these people's bodies that match. They match all the way through to each and every item that I have marked element. Look really slowly and carefully at what you're looking at. Really look. Look at what's around the neck. You have seen that stuff on Jody Sue, the Jody Sue that we know of. You have seen those bars go across the head on top. You've seen all this. All of it. There's nothing here. Put it this way. Everything that's on this page I showed you was on Summer Moon, Monkey, Kylie. Oh my God, for sure, the Idaho kids. What you see here is what is on the side of his head and in the ear. These are real. These are real. And the only reason I have this up tonight and I haven't put this up in a while is because, to tell you the truth, they bore me now. Because it's all the same stuff, and I've been putting all this up and no one gives a shit. So I'm kind of now bringing all these elements together to create the complete solid story. And that's what I'm doing. So this part of the evidence pulls it together for me. Because when I say that their heads are in contractions, here's the photo. This is the photo. There isn't anything confusing about this. Nothing. Nothing. Maybe a little pixelated because I took this photo from the smallest of the smallest window. That's why it looks like that. And he's not in this room, you guys. Some of the pictures show that he's in the room with Andrew in his apartment. But you've seen those crazy looking critters. They're on his head. On his head. Look at that. So, for those who think these elements looked funny on Summer Moon's head, they didn't, because they match up. The picture that you see to the left, I believe, comes from Adventures with Purpose. I'm showing you that what's in his telephone is the same thing that Andrew is showing. So even though this is small, it shows super clearly on Adventures with Purpose's telephone. See the little house behind it? That's connected to his head just like this is. The picture to the left is from Adventures with Purpose. What I am showing you is that the pictures that I have got from Adventures with Purpose tell lots of stories. A lot of them. Even though that kind of looks like Ryan, we know it's not. See what's happening? I would really like to get to the bottom of Adventures with Purpose and really understand what's going on over there. See, he has the stuff on his neck as well, and he has all that hair around him that I showed you, actually that I showed you Ryan Upchurch all over him. I don't know who this is, but whoever this is a receiver. Whoever this is receiving. They're covered in it. He's receiving. The guy on the other side is in bad shape. But we've seen this all. Let's see if we can make out what those letters are. That's a metal piece in his head, by the way. This metal piece goes through the cheek. And there is definitely letters on there. Like those are letters or something. But that's in his cheek. This is all the stuff that they're doing to the children. And it's not being stopped. Is that an H? Is this here an H? Is that an H? Anyone know? There. But you see this little critter in his ear? Do you understand that that's the same critter that was, this is the same critter that was in Quinton Simon's ear that I showed so clearly? I showed it so clearly, you guys. Let me see. Baby Quinton Simon. You know, like these photos of Quinton that I'm showing here match up. I mean, this is what they did. This is what Quinton Simon looked like. Here, let me show you a few things on Quinton. We'll give him a little TLC. QUINTONSIMON here's this one. There's QUINTONSIMON's V in his head. Right there. Wherever he is and everything else is deep faked. But the V that you're looking at is the element. And that's all you've got to look at. No one has a V coming out of their head unless they're being sacrificed by this group. Period. QUINTONSIMON is not going to get justice. That V is no different than what I'm showing you in Andrew's new bitch. This V is QUINTONSIMON's V on the head with the light. You see what I'm saying? Do you guys understand that this is so clear? And because they found a little piece of a bone fragment, this child is not going to get justice. Because it's the story that needs to be told. Here's our baby QUINTONSIMON, standing right behind the guy in the news. Right here. What you see in his ear is what you see in Andrew's bitch's ear. That's all I know. And no one gives a shit. That is what's in this guy's ear. It is the same thing that is in Quinton's ear. Here, Quinton even shows his little boxes right above his head. Now let me explain something to you. Those little boxes are super important. They're actually in my presentation today. Those boxes follow whoever is being sacrificed. They follow that person. Since I have Quinton up here, I'm going to open up I've got 2 PDFs. Let me open up and show you those boxes real fast. Those boxes, I have it's actually in my PDF, and that's no surprise because this is how it works. Those boxes, let's see, what could I put up here? Up here. Let me see. Here. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to just take it from, see if it lets me do it this way. It may not. Paste. Why does it always happen like this thing? Right, wait 1 minute. Let me open up the... Okay, here we go. These boxes can be found in... I find them mainly in whatever person shows the whole entire element, all the elements of the sacrifice, right? But here I'm going to show this to you from one of the drawings. Look what happened. Look what's happening to the drawings from that Bob Vaughan. Wait till you see it. That box is this box. And that V there is just like the V that's in his head. Everything matches every time. This here is what I'm talking about. These boxes. Doesn't mean the boxes are on his head. It means that he is sitting somewhere else and they're shining through because he's sitting with the box. And here's the V that lights up. You see? This is a bathtub. This is a bathtub. So, QUINTONSIMON, I may not talk about him all the time, but this is what happened to him. What happened to him is exactly what I am showing today. Look. Look how the truth shows up. This is going to match everything I'm showing you guys today. Everything. Why? Because it's time that these kids get justice. So one day, someone hears the stories and sees the philosophy here and has a aha moment. Like a what the fuck is going on with these children's moment. And the crazy thing is, every child that has gone missing that gets covered in the news, behind the news announcer are the photos of the horror that the kids are going through. But yet, this news announcer doesn't say anything. It's right there. That is right there. So, yeah, it's important for me to bring up each child once in a while to give them a little love so they understand we haven't forgotten about them. This story is about all the children. This story that you see in front of you is carried through every creator that I have gotten this information from. Up on the left-hand side is KIELYRODNI. That came from Plunder. These other two are coming from Andrew Hilt. Here's Andrew's little friend with the critters in his head, and his face is getting all bloody. But wherever he is, he's by those windows that look like a bus. Still has the V in his head. This is what's going on. They turn to maroon and all this shit is covered because it's hard to see it, but we see it. It's just someone being completely beat up. Completely beat up. But the thing is, what Plunder shows this exact same information, you guys, as everybody else. It's the same information over and over. A head on a platter, a head sticking out of the door, a head sticking out of the floor, a head that's covered in blood, a head that's connected to a stick. I mean, seriously? You're looking at all the same information. This person has its insides on its outsides. They're like being turned inside out. What this guy is connected to, let me show you something. I put it in my, it's so funny, I didn't notice this before. What's on his head is actually, just put it in, wait a minute. I put it in as my first page. Wait, what is this? Oh. Wow. There's so much information. This here, what you're looking at, what's coming out of his head, is this thing that was behind KIELYRODNI. And Check It TV. This has always bugged me, that thing. It's like, I don't know what it is, but it's the same. This is the same. Now, how I know that is because this is an element, and I think that's Check It TV in the blonde, fake blonde wig. This here, I've been following since the Lori Vallow case. Because the Lori Vallow case, I'm sorry, the Chris Watts case, all of a sudden in Chris Watts' basement, this friggin' thing shows up in the middle of the basement. I'm like, okay, does anyone see what's showing up in the middle of the basement? It's like a whole different scene. But the one element that I selected to keep in the Watts case was this dude. It's like a little, I think I can engine, you know, like a, it's like the, what I get a feeling of this, it's like, yeah, there's the one from the boat that you'll see. These little things are placed in funny situations, but they're the same. Right? I mean, this is the Watts case. And this is in Andrew Hilt's video. And you guys, this is so stupid that this Check It TV really thinks that we think it's somebody else. He has a blonde wig on. Right? I mean, seriously. With KIELYRODNI and the other girl. I mean, he's literally, look, if this isn't the most, sorry to say, guilty photo. Come on, you guys. There's that girl that's in Bob Vaughn's video on the boat. And she also appears in the backyard of Don Wells. And then she also appears here with KIELYRODNI. So I don't know what the deal is that this hasn't been recognized by not by one creator. Like they're still discussing, like they're discussing Chris McDonough found a glove. Oh my God. But this, with Checker TV with the blonde wig, with Kylie with that stupid thing in the back, and this girl who appears in all of the murders, isn't being talked about. Isn't being talked about. Like, this could be a front page of a chapter. And it will be called, let's see, I think I would call this chapter, Don't Look at Me. Don't look at me, because I'm invisible. Well, no one is looking at you. No one's looking at you. So, these are the crates. These crates are important. I know that there's these metal things sticking out of their heads. I see it all the time. Whoever his new guy is, Bones, is the cover-up to these, is the cover-up. I don't know. Does he not work with Benny anymore? Does he not work with Benny anymore? Seriously. Did Benny retire? So, these are the sacrifices. And they're pretty disgusting. They're pretty gross. And they wind up covered literally as if they turn their faces inside out. That's the only thing that I could compare this to, is someone taking their face and just turning it inside out. And here you could see slightly how the guy that they have now, called Bones, that's a fake out. You faked us out. Let's just call him Summerwell's face. You still wouldn't get busted. Okay, so over here to the left, that's their face. And whoever's the real person in there is in there. I mean, and Andrew's just sitting connected to something. I don't know, and I don't care, because that's not the story of the children. The story of the children sits in this pain. The story that the children want is the story that happens to them prior. Everything that happens to them. This is a real situation. And I just am going to keep showing it until someone wakes up and says, wait a minute, maybe I should look at his videos. Maybe I should start gathering this stuff and putting together a case. I mean, here up top in the corner, that's a box. That's one of the boxes. This is the top of the box. This is basically what Timothy Pitson had on his fishing pole. Right here. That's what Timothy had on his fishing pole. But they will not discuss it. You don't have a bloody thing on a fishing pole like this, and then have it show up in all of these cases and then not talk about it. Instead, you see his father crying. You know? Let's see, Timothy. Let me see. Timothy. Let me see if it's in here real fast. I don't know if this is the Timothy. gotta be. It says Timmy. All right, let me see. I mean, it's like an identical match. It's the only reason I want to open it up is because, oh shit. No. Ugh. Well, it's an identical match. I know it is. So if the 30s want me to match it, just throw me an email. I can match it for you all day long. Here is the sacrifice. He's on a pole. He has shit hanging on his neck. And it looks like a doll. But they're bones. This is what they do. This is what they do. And it gets worse and worse. It just gets worse and worse. You guys have seen all this. I think that's a fish attacking him or something. Over here, like to the left, it looks like a fish. Bunch of freaks. So look at how clear this is where he's got this stuff on his face. So I'm showing this to you before my next one because it all comes together. These are pretty clear photos of really clear people getting the crap kicked out of them live. And yeah, people get this shit kicked out of them all the time, right? But these are the elements that Summer Moon Wells Missing Children. These are the elements that I've been looking at for a year and a half. Found the picture of the guy in the window. What guy in the window? Look at this, you guys. Look at this guy's face. Look at this guy's face. What guy? Judy, what guy in the window? Look. What guy in the window? I'm curious. Yeah, what? What you talking about? So Andrew, why do you have these photos? Oh, I'm sorry, you don't have these photos. I'm making it all up. Betty is hiding under a car in his garage in the hole. Yeah, there's a hole in the garage, in the ground. But you guys, this is all fake, and this is all fake, and I'm faking it, right? These photos don't exist. Yeah, what you talk about, Willis? Look at this guy. He is against the wall. See, he's against that face, the smiley face, and looks like he's connected to Andrew. I'm sorry I'm laughing, but I can't understand. When I say everyone has these smiley faces, KIELYRODNI had one on her face. It's on this guy's face. It's right there. That's the smiley face. That is the smiley face that's on all the faces. That's a smiley face. But, you know, pretty crazy. All these little clips and all of this shit. And then they turn into the exact same thing Summer Wells looks like a chipmunk. Oh, there's a document? Because they all have smiley faces. They make them all smile. They all wind up with a smile. It's the craziest thing that I've ever seen. This guy is history. See the smiley faces? But you guys, what is the problem? I just really would like to know what the problem is when you show a photo like this and it's like we're, looking at a kid running in a park so nonchalantly. When you show a photo like this on a channel of a father whose son was with Summer Moon Wells the day she went missing. I just don't understand how this is allowed. Ooh, I'm going to watch a Smiley Face Killers document. This is... I mean, really put it in perspective. No, I love watching all that stuff. Put this in perspective. Is this something that is going to be ignored? Oh my God, you guys, this is just one of the videos. There's plenty where this came from, by the way. Plenty. So the further in they get to this death, the more blood and bones and shit they lay there. They almost look like cocoons. And these things travel. And what I want to let you guys know is these cocoons here leads us into a very big part of my next presentation. Because these here are what gets put and travels under the car and either goes to the water, goes to the fishing boat, I don't know. But this here has to be with each case, because this is like the finale. This is like the finale. All of the videos I've, at least 500 videos that I've been showing this stuff on children, it's right there. We don't have to understand it. We just have to stop it and bring justice to these children. This guy is not outside. They are the only thing that separates them from the one who is doing this is just the wall. Is a wall. You could see his arm there. It's a wall. Everything else is fake. And I think that wherever this person is has plumbing, and it's a bathroom, and it's between the walls. You know what movie was very scary? Actually, I thought it was so fake and so dumb. Actually, Boxing Helena, where he puts her in a box and keeps her. That's like a real creepy one, I think. Someone was supposed to play that part in Sharon Stone, maybe? And she backed out because of the storyline, and they sued her by millions. So this is what's going on, right? This is what's going on. So the pieces that I just showed you that looked as real could be is what I'm going to be going over in here as I bring in Scott the drawing guy and the Bob Vaughn thing. And this is the day I'm going to show you that they all are the same. Like check a TV. I can't even believe that he actually put on a wig. Like, that's just hilarious. Okay. Here we go. This is Summer Moon Wells. The picture you see to the left comes from Adventures with Purpose. His drawing here now makes sense to me because I have something to compare to. The guy who developed all of this machinery that I showed the other day has drawings. And he has drawings of what we've been looking at, almost like with like stick people and just, it's been just ridiculous for me to try to explain it, but I do. This guy who calls himself Bob Vaughn created these drawings while he was creating the machinery. Now, I don't know if this is true or not true. It's you know, this is just my thoughts, and this is what I believe to be true. Is it true? I don't know. So take this for what it's worth. It's entertainment purposes. So his drawing shows the box, it shows the A's, it shows a lot of information. Adventures with Purpose's drawings, they have them in a couple videos, do the same thing. It always winds up in the box, up on top. These stick figures are flying. They're in carts. I know this because I'm like, oh my God, he's telling the story through drawing these stick figures. But it was super, super hard to explain, especially when nobody is listening. The guy that I'm talking about, for those that didn't see the video earlier, is this guy. Now, I don't know if that he calls himself Bob Vaughn. Vaughan. I don't know if it's the same Bob Vaughn, but his equipment is what I have been looking at for a year and a half. Once in a while, I am able to see the hidden equipment in someone's video. The equipment that you see to the left comes from American Dream Chaser. It comes from his video. I have the most insane shit from his one video that he had a long time ago. I'm like, I remember all details that I'm supposed to remember. I can't remember what I had for dinner last night, but I could tell you this little teeny box that I saw and when and where in the last year and a half. This equipment here is this equipment. This, whatever this is the same equipment. This video, for some reason, I don't know if he was, let me look, talking to Kylie. Let me see something. Oh, he was doing a video on Gabby Petito. And I was like, no, you have too many elements on your face. Your face is changing. You don't look the same. Like, and it was really, really getting to me. I'm like, what is going on here? Like, all of a sudden his face would turn to this. You know, and it was like, so because he was showing elements of the Summer Moon Wells Missing Children, I created the file. And at that point in time, my elements were still building, right? And he had really crazy photos of Gabby Petito. Like, has anyone ever seen this of her in a truck with all of these plants? This truck looks exactly like the truck that I called out on Gotcha Man. So this truck this is supposed to be Gabby Petito in the truck. Has anyone ever seen this photo other than American Dream Chaser? Because this photo is what really got me going. Up on top here on this photo, everyone has one of these. This is the most common element. And I'm like, I just don't get it. This here's what everyone has. Now, as I was looking at the photo, what happens is certain things change. And this is how I got to the machine. This is what happened to her photo. So I'm like, Gabby Petito went not by herself. There were two other girls with her. I don't know who, but they were murdered also, is what I'm seeing in this. This is what it shows. I can't help for what I see. Is it true? I don't know. But this story that is telling to my psyche, these two were murdered. Gabby Petito saw it, and she was killed because of it. And Gabby Petito was freaking out. Freaking out. So when I tell the truth, these two flowers on top represent sunflowers. This is very, very important information here. This here is the machine. You see, it's coming through. These two were killed for the purpose. But Gabby Petito couldn't handle it. Gabby Petito couldn't handle it. And that was probably the day that The cops saw her. There's the stick on top with the red. Gabby Petito knew these two died. This is what it's telling me, you see. This is what it's telling me. What you see, and obviously this is why I brought this up, because I never know why. Now I know why, is because the equipment is what's in the fake car. This is in a fake car. This is the fake car. This equipment is goes right here. It's a fake car. But what this is telling me through my psyche is Gabby Petito already made her decision. She already built the house that she was going to. This is the machine. This is the machine. But Gabby could not turn back, you guys. And the cops missed it. They missed it. I don't know how that happened, but they did. This is the house that she built for herself. And she couldn't go backwards. She couldn't go backwards. There was nowhere for her to turn, you guys. Nowhere for her to turn. Oh, Pit Mom, thank you for that super sticker. Thank you. Yeah, cops missed it. Thank you so much. Hippo character's head pops out of the water surrounded by his hippos. Oh, that's what you sent me. And there's her stick. You know, everyone has a stick. It's on the top. And this was very traumatic. But, and that is the machine. How about that? And those photos I got from American Dream Chaser. So see how things could play later? Like sometimes I put things aside. I'm like, okay, he has the information. Now, I'm not saying it's about him. It's not about him. What I'm saying is the information that he was able to put on his channel allowed me to do that channeling just now. You see? So it's about channeling the information for the person who died. It's not about him. I don't give a shit about him. I don't know who he is, and I hope to never know who he is. I don't care. So when I said, look at this, when I said these things get put in a freezer or refrigerator, here's this dude's freezer. Check this out. Does that look like frozen bananas? No. It looks like the heads. That's what it looks like to me. So I put the stuff to the side, and maybe today's the day that I was really supposed to go dig into it. You know? Oh, that's weird. Oh my God, I just got a completely nauseated feeling. Next to that photo, oh my God. Oh my God. Next to that photo is this one. Next to this is this. If your heart didn't just sink, those look like what's in the freezer. And that doesn't even look like Brian Laundrie or Gabby. And the story just gets thicker. I don't want to spend much more time on him. But I haven't gone over this in so very long. Yeah, that's just a little creepy. Because this reminds me of this. I don't know why I don't know why I have them together. But anyways, that's the machine. What I am showing you here is going back to the painter. Under the painter's rim, wood trim, that says Summer's Story, there's something that moves. So I see a person in the video, but this person moves positioning. So that tells me that this could possibly be real. Because what I believe that you're looking at is down under. You're looking down under into the ground. All of these hands come out to play, basically, and they're showing these heads of people that died. Now, believe it or not, it doesn't matter, because what I am saying is being told. And this is what's showing. I see this whole room as a just closed out room. And this is what's underneath. And these are all different hands. That's someone who died. Do you understand? These are all different hands, different fingers that are coming out. Like, I really, really, really hope and pray that the authorities take this seriously, as that head is connected to a box, a number 5 box. And the word Summer's Story is above it. This is really, really crucial information. So, whatever this channel is, whatever is coming out of that floor is matching our information I am showing you today. because clairvoyantly, I could tell you that there are a lot of levels underneath him. And whatever is going on here is mimicking the guy who did the drawings 10 years ago, which is to the left. This is what's happening to the guy's drawings and to his video. It's turning into the story. The more I speak the story, I go back to these photos and I'm going to show you. I went back to the pictures. I'm like, are you like, I was actually scared looking at the pictures because my mouth dropped. I'm like, you got to be joking me. I mean, seriously. They're all doing the same thing, using the same elements, but yet they have to use some cover up for it. These hands are coming from underneath, you guys. I mean, you don't have to be, so smart to figure that out. Just that's the angle of the hand. The angle of the hand is wrong. What the guy is doing in his video, Bob Vaughn, 10 years ago is the same exact thing that this guy is doing with all these little whatever he's using, sticks. This is the same situation. They're using it for the same purpose, is what I'm saying. Bob Vaughn may be pretending to fix some sort of a clock, but this guy is painting. But at the end of the day, they're doing the same thing. Same thing. Let me turn one of these around so you could see what's happening to this guy's hand. This guy's hand is in the same machine that you see in the fake cars when they're moving someone's hand. So you all know that his hand should not be in something like this as he's fixing a clock. But it is. Because he's not fixing a clock. And that's what's going on to the left. These other hands are being puppeteered. They're being moved. They're being used. So, I mean, not to keep talking about Benny, but whatever Benny is, Benny, I don't know who it is. My God, thank you to those Bennies, how many there, that taught me so much. Taught me so much. Because I watched the hands. I'm like, oh my God, the hands are changing. Doesn't anyone notice that Benny has pink nail polish and his fingers look so pretty? Like it's not Benny's hand anymore. But they're connected to these things and they're being moved. And they're being puppeteered. Look at the bottom photos. See how it's the more we talk, the more it shows? Let me turn it. Look at this. So here's those little faces. Now you know what these faces are for. It's right there. But look at his hand. The hand is in there. Those are the little bones. So that is what's going on in both situations. Do you see this picture here? This comes from Bob Vaughan's video. This is what's happening to the photos. But I have been looking at this situation since Summer Moon Wells went missing. How many times do you guys hear me say, his head's in the corner of the box, his head's in the corner of the box, his head's in the corner of the box? Well, it's in the corner of the box because this is the machine connected to him. This is exactly what they built. This is what they built. This is what I've been pointing out. You know how you guys, I'm using Benny again. I'm like, oh my God, there's Benny's head in the corner again. What's going on? This is what's going on. The machinery completely matches. You can't make this shit up. Matches. See? Now, the picture on the bottom, on the right-hand side, I don't know why I put that one in there, comes from American Dream Chaser or whatever. But this also, I put this in here maybe because I couldn't find another one. But this here, like you've seen this in all my cases. This is the same machine. See? See? So it matches, and this is in that guy's bathroom. This is from Dreamcatcher or whatever video, and this is in the bathroom. And like I said, I believe that this is happening in the bathroom. It needs plumbing. This is that, and it needs plumbing. That's what I know. It needs plumbing. What you see to the left is Summer Moon Wells, a black and white of one of her last photos. Something about this was made me put it there. It was very, and I don't know what. I don't know what. Let me see if I could make it a different color. This is supposed to match. I don't. Maybe I have to do some more work because I'm having a hard time. Let me change the coloring. This is Summer Moon. This is Summer Moon. Is she in the bath? Give me a second, guys. I gotta turn this stuff. It's trying to direct me this way. Oh my God. See, she's directing me, and this is what I do. She said this is her. I turned it. Let me turn Summer. Oh my God, Summer's going down into the hole. This is her going down. You guys, this is her going, I'm sweaty. This is her going down into the hole. Oh my God. Okay. All right. 1 second, you guys. This is... She is in the back. Like, she's always said she's in the back. She's in the back in this photo. They can't trick us. She's back here. Wow. Shit. Nope, here comes the A. It goes this way. Okay, here comes the A. There's the A. See, I know the positioning of the A is up top. Where do you guys see her? Help me out here. My heart is... This is her box. Goes this way. Oh my God. So it's really, 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 really trying hard. Laying parallel to the bars. So I have to put the bars, see that dark bar? The bars really need to be parallel. Okay. All right, here it is. Summer is like this. Underneath the chain on the left photo. See? She's on her box. She's in her basket. She's in her basket. And this one is a basket, but this isn't her basket. It's just another, but summer is this way. I've never had it right, you guys. Good job, you guys. This is from Summer's photos. This is her. Wow, that is unbelievable. Do you see how that happens? I never knew that to be that way. This is that yellow room. You know how she winds up in a yellow room? This is the fire. This is the fire, you guys. This is the yellow place, the yellow room that she winds up in. Let's see if I'm right. Let's see what it has to say. You guys, this is like the incinerator kind of a thing. This is the yellow light that we saw her in. And this is a very poor photo of it, but it's doing the best it can. It's a very poor photo of it, but she is in her basket, and this is where she's headed, into that yellow light. This is where she's headed. This is where she's headed. Like this. She's moving. Like this. It's an incinerator. Jesus. Okay. Do you see this photo, you guys? This is from that guy's video. Look at all the fingers and hands. She wants justice. She wants justice bad. Oh, here's the yellow light again. See what's... Okay, so look at how these pictures... Holy crap. Watch what's going to happen to these pictures now. See? This is, I guess, what I do. This is what I do best. Now, the photo didn't look like this a second ago, because when I put it in here, it wasn't yellow. So now what it's showing you is what's going on in these photos. So this is what it's doing. A So here's the A. There's the A. And that's the box. That's the box. Watch. Let me turn it because I don't have it right. Let me see which way this A is. This way. It's this way. So this is how my spirit guides work. So here, this picture's supposed to be this way. How do I know that? Because the angle of that A is the same as the angle in this A, which I believe is to be true. See the A? And the fire, the yellow, goes forward. And that's going to spell a name. This was from a while ago, but that's going to spell a name. Do you understand this guy's name is Bob Vaughn? And what's on the other side is from the painter. So the painter is doing the same information. They're just using the same. This is the same information. So the A, so I got to turn it because the A is over the box. See? That's the box. Now the A is facing the same way. Here's the box. And that's how I get the story. Here's the box. Here's the box. Here's the A. Here's the A. And all these fingers. And it's telling the same story. You know, in remember I told you, oh, Tanner. Let me show you what Tanner had in his closet. I'm like, those are the sticks. And I couldn't find this picture before. But let's see. These are the sticks that are in his closet. Tanner. Let me open this up. The sticks that were in Tanner's closet, I'm like, is anyone noticing that these are massive elements? They're on the boat. They're right there on the machine. They're hanging from that girl's head. It was on something with Benny. So here's Tanner. Well, my eye goes right to the elements. I'm like, well, Tanner has this shit hanging in. That's what he's doing. He's saying, look, dude, you could look in my closet. I've got it right there. He's got it hanging right in his closet. These are these. Tanner has the same thing. These are real. They have metal pieces on the bottom. He has the hearts on the top. This was in his closet. And it's not superimposed. It's in his closet. These same things are in this guy's workshop. And they're right here on the machine. 'Cause This guy has the same thing behind him. It's behind. Those things are, let me put this in here again. These things that you see here, let me brighten it up. They're in here as well. They're behind him. Or should I say behind the painting. Let me change it. All of the equipment that is used shows up in the darkness below him. It's right here. Those are the sticks with the heart. I mean, it's a little blurry because I blew it up, but that's what it is. And then on the other side, what he's showing you is, let's see, I had this in my presentation, but let me grab one. What he's showing you over there on the other side is this. These are the pieces that travel under the car. I'll get to that. But it's those. Those are the sticks that travel. Those are the stick. Oh, see? See the stick? It's dark, but you could see it, right? Right here. Here. This is in Benny's video. Those are the same sticks with all these hands in there. And this here says Summer Wells. That stick here is exactly what I just showed you. They are key, and this is what I've been begging the authorities to look for. I'm like, it doesn't look like anything that you'd be looking for. They're stuck in the ground to hold Easter decorations. They hold lights. They do anything, you know, anything that will distract you to getting the truth. But this is it. That's what they look like. So, you know, my goal here is to make sure that I inform people and teach them. So when the authorities, you know, are like, oh, wow, I remember, let's go grab that stick with the heart on it, even though it's covered in Christmas lights and looks like a Easter decoration. Or Christmas, you know, pumpkin thing. This is what it is. That's why I've always begged to go on location. So this painter has a video that's called, you could go watch it, the last 500 minutes of Summer Moon Wells or something. Yeah. This car is all about bringing this shit to the water and dumping whatever needs to be dumped. Because what it shows is exactly the elements that get picked up or put in the water in some car. Remember when I said Zanime, she went to the water? She just went to the water for the element. Wait. This here, I'm brightening it up so you see the white shit underneath it. This here that you see under the car is what Zanime either went to go put in the water or take out of the water. When I say a company like Adventures with Purpose has a purpose, I'm not joking. And it's very well coordinated. This is what gets either put under the car or they just took it off the car. I don't know. But all I know is this is part of the process. This is part of the process. The car that I say is the fake car that goes in the water and they go take out a car is, to me, I mean, this is all for entertainment purposes. I just call bullshit. Because the car that this guy shows, which is supposed to be the same car, which they didn't realize, sometimes it has a bumper sticker and sometimes it doesn't. But what's dangling from the car is the same shit that was dangling from Kielyrodni's car. This here. And I'm going to get closer to it for you guys. Now, the car I just showed you that pulled up, and I showed you the same piece of equipment that was there, just like Zanime's. They're pulling up to one of these houses. Now, I'm taking notice because it's a house that I've been talking about. There's like, I know that there's these little houses, right? And they do look like this. They look like this. So, this is definitely worth mentioning, right? Wait, let me go back here. Interesting. Wait, let me grab this. This little thing that's dangling on the bottom of the car. Let me brighten it. See, this is what's dangling on the bottom of the car. Something like this was dangling on Kielyrodni's. It's a basket. You see, it's like they put these little fucking critter things that tell the story. And there's one on top of this here. And then there's that white thing. You know, that white little body thing that shows. So all of this stuff, like that white thing and stuff, shows up as well in Madison's one little photo. Madison's one little photo that I am holding so tight to because I believe it could solve the goddamn case. This photo comes from Madison, Maddie, the girl who was murdered, Facebook page. She only had like 6 photos, you guys. Only 6 photos. What you're looking at is super important. You know, the reason that the police and no one realizes how important it is because they're not doing their homework. This here is Madison's sacrifice. See? This, and one of the very important pieces that goes with them, let me crop it and turn it, is this. Because this here is what goes under the car. It's right there. I'll paste it a couple times. This is what goes under the car. The small little bony thing that's like, you know, has blood, like it looks like it has blood on it, but it doesn't. It's red, and people keep it as a souvenir. I've seen many of creators flashing this shit around. Is this little thing. And it's all in Madison's photo. This. And that's her head. You know, and then that's the bottom thing is really important too. I'm going to put that against something shortly. But what you see there, you guys, is what I just showed you here. What you see there is this. Is the mesh stuff. Now, whatever they do with the mesh stuff, this is what that is. That there is the same thing as what Madison has here. Yeah, it's a head on a platter. But they don't want to recognize it. All of this stuff gets stuck under the car. And it goes in the goddamn water. Look at what's under the car. And it changes. This is what's under the car. What I just showed you is under the car. No joke. This here is stuck under a car. You can't tell me this is not under a car, you guys. This is how they move it so no one sees it. That's the maroon box. This is how they move it. See the white piece in front? It's brand new, just like Kielyrodni's. Just like Kielyrodni's. It's a new piece of white whatever. And then it moves and no one knows it's moving. Look at that shit under the car. It's the number 5 box. This is the number 5 box. Carrying the evidence. Carrying the evidence. And this is what I told. I showed you guys pictures of it under the car in the college students' information. That's not normal. This is connected. And it's moving. Oh, yeah. Oh, really? Oh, yeah, they're all new. These are all new pieces. Wait till you see how it can, wait, I'm going to show you how this matches Kylie Rodni. Watch this. Kylie Rodni's information that Adventures with Purpose took out of the water is this piece. This is the piece they took out of the water. No joke. This number 5 little thing, even though it says it's white, it's maroon, this here is what was taken out of the car in the water. That's not part of the car. I've been saying this for so long. I'm like, that's not the car. That's the bumper that was put in on the car, and then on the bottom side is the fake white shit. They faked everyone out. Totally faked everyone out. Yeah, that yellow light again is important. So here is a close-up of what you see under that Jeep. And the other pictures here is Madison of one of, the one who was murdered. Cancel. Right here, all she's showing is her information. This is all her information. And if you think this isn't real, it's right there. You guys, it's right there. This is hers. It's right there. This shit is being maneuvered in ways that it can't get detected. What you see in Kylie Rodni's car is exactly what you're looking at to the right. Period. Kylie Rodni's car was maneuvering whatever needed to be maneuvered. And I'm telling you something that I call bullshit. I personally think this was their business plan. It's a massive moneymaker. Think about it. Think about it. Look. This here, I'll crop it. That there is what you're seeing under the car that's disgusting Summer Moon Wells last 500 minutes. Boom. And I don't care how crazy this fucking thing looks. It's all the same. It's all the same. Oh, here I show the back. The hanging thing. But the bumpers are completely new. They're bright and shiny. Even though they make it look like they're broken, they're shiny. Look at how he changes it. It shows different 2 times. I don't know why. But the thing that I believe this is all supposed to be all the same car. But the things that change are the pieces in the back. Like they don't stay consistent. They just don't stay consistent. Let me show you. This here is the one that's needed for the job. How I know that is because this is what Kylie's had, the number 5 on it. This is what's needed for the job. But yet, they show this damn bumper sticker. It's somewhere else, and they didn't realize the bumper stickers don't match. Because this one is probably in the same room that they showed us KIELYRODNI's was in. See the 5? See it hanging? This is nonsense. It's right there. It's right there. That lock that you see right there this is going all the way across the bottom of the car. And it's the same thing. Same thing. See? That 5 is the same thing that is under the car, and the other one I'm showing is in Benny and Jody Sue's videos. It's like a lock. It's some sort of a lock. I don't know. So this is the title of the video. If you guys want to look at it, it says to try and figure out the last 500 known minutes of Summer Wells. This is the title of the movie that is showing her elements under the car. Do you understand? Do you see what he's showing here? He's showing Summer Moon Wells. Look, that's hers. That's not under the car. That's Summer Moon's box. These are her elements, you guys. Under the car. So, I don't really truly believe that they think anyone is paying attention. Well, I am. And this shit doesn't go under anyone's car. This is Summer Moon Wells, no matter how you want to slice and dice it. And that is under the car. That is her box that I just showed you. That stuff is right there. And on the other side is this. Wait. I'm not really quite clear what gives him the balls to do this. This is the slimy stuff. This is the heart. This is the white stuff. And to me, if I were a detective, I'd call it a day. Like, this doesn't look crazy to anyone on my channel, because that shouldn't be here. These are all the elements that I have showed you tonight. These are all the elements. Madison from the Idaho 4 shows the same thing. She shows the same stuff, you guys. No matter what you guys want to see or believe, this is the remnants of Summer Moon Wells. These are the trophies of Summer Moon Wells. This guy put the whole entire damn thing in the video. And I bet these were the 500 last known minutes. I'm sure he's telling the truth. Look at that bumper. It's brand new. They're so dumb. They make it want to look like it's old, but the paint and everything is brand new. It's the same fucking bumper that was put on KIELYRODNI's car. It's the same bumper. And look where he's at. He is at the gas station on the corner of where Don Wells works, at the Marathon, which has a brand new shop inside. Exactly how my brain saw it. This here is a very close station to where Don Wells works. The bumper that was placed on KIELYRODNI's car, if you guys remember, all you need to do is turn it this way. There's your number 5s. They're right there. These are the white number 5s, you guys. And this is why they always need a white car. These are the white number 5s. As bright as day. Yeah, I believe it's my gas station. It's the gas station that's the closest to Don Wells where he worked that day, I believe. These are bumpers that don't make any fucking sense. You do see that, right? These are the number 5s. They make no sense. Other than they hook the shit on. Everyone has a white car. And I do want to point out something else. This whatever this person said was Rosemary Bly. If it is or if it isn't, she consistently has the same elements on her, you guys, as I'm showing. So whoever put this out there, if it's not Rosemary Bly, they're trying to tell us something. Because what's in her head is the same thing that is in the video, this Bob Vaughan's video. They match. So I don't know who came up with this thing, but if in fact it is Rosemary Bly, she matches the elements. But if it isn't, someone knows the elements. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's one or the other. What you see to the left was what you saw inside KIELYRODNI's car. I believe that is like the remnants of a body. That's a body, and this is connected to the face. This is what I see. So if I were to turn it this way, This is what matches the elements that I have. Remember, this was in the video of Adventures with Purpose. This matches that element, you guys. So however they want to see this shit, whatever was on that, to me, is Kielyrodni's head, is what I just showed you on that guy's neck with the metal coming down. Now I have this person laying down, okay? But if you were to turn it the other way, wait, let me match the B. I think it's this way, I'm not sure. This here, whatever's on the mouth is exactly what was built to go here, because this comes from that guy's video. And see how the metal, there's that metal I showed you in Andrew's video. I showed you this whole entire thing with the metal coming down his neck. And that's a B. Everything this guy does, it's a B for Bob, probably. But it's right there, you guys. And they use the car to place the shit in it. This is what they do. It's a whole entire thing that goes on inside a workshop. This is the fake car. And then they move it underneath the car. This is what they're moving. This is what they're moving. It's what they're moving. And one day, someone is going to do something different. Do something different and tell the story. Because this is the story that I'm getting. And you all aren't going to know it's true until the authorities speak about it. Until they speak about it. This car, to me, moved the remnants of Summer Moon Wells. That is all I could see on the bottom of this car. I see nothing else. But all those little pieces that get put in a basket. That get put in a basket. Let me grab that photo and show you how that's the basket. This here sums up exactly what they're fucking doing. Let me brighten it. And this is what I'll end it on. This here are all the little critters in their basket. Let me turn it this way. Turn it. That's the green, the red, the maroon, the blah, 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 blah. Under the car. So whoever's doing this, you can go fuck off, because we've got this and we ain't stopping. So thank you all for being here so very much. Thank you to my mods. What great job. And seriously, you guys, if you like what you see in here, please subscribe. That's what makes a difference. I really have a number I want to hit. Yeah. It's really, really good. May justice come to these children. May justice come to everyone who has been touched by this bullshit. Because the end is coming near. The end is coming near, and justice has to show up. And if we're at the point that I know what's under this car, it's time to bust this shit open. Seriously. Thank you all for being here. God bless you all. Thank you so much. And we will talk tomorrow. Thank you all. Thank you, Muffin Top. Oh, wait. And Judy. All right. Talk to you soon. Good night, guys.